I have an update on telephones, television, internet, and electricity. Welcome back to the channel. This is Charmel Roussel in Grecia, sharing information about moving to Costa Rica, retiring in Costa Rica, and living in Costa Rica. Yesterday, I rode the bus downtown to pay my monthly electricity bill. Riding the bus cost, the equivalent of 70 to 75 cents in USA money, and it's real convenient, and the buses run on time, and there's a stop right outside the gates to my community. So sometimes I do take a taxi or call an Uber, and those costs are also very inexpensive compared to what people pay in the United States. So my electricity bill that I paid yesterday was 18,000 colones. That's Costa Rican money. So it's the equivalent of roughly $36 in USA money. So $36 for electricity for 1 month at a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, all electric apartment. There is no gas bill. So I think that that's very expensive. Now it's down. It was like about $45 the previous 2 months, and I don't really have an explanation for that decrease at all. I am very conservative about lighting and that kind of thing. I watch a lot of television, more than I did in the United States, because it gets dark here every night by 6 o'clock, so I don't go out at night, and so I'm home a lot more in the evening and probably watch a lot. Well, I know I watch a lot more television than I did back in the United States. So on the television, I have been here almost 4 months, and I'm still just watching things on YouTube mostly. Now, you can see a lot of great documentaries and even some movies and some news channels on YouTube, but I've never been able to figure out how to watch anything on Netflix without it being in Spanish. I did try reviving my Hulu account, but Hulu really is not available outside the USA. So it was recommended that I get a VPN so that I could log on to Hulu, and Hulu wouldn't know that I was outside the United States, and I could watch Hulu. So I revived my Hulu subscription, paid for that, but I still could not get Hulu to work. So I got the VPN. I spent about $150, to get VPN for a year to see if I could watch Hulu. I still couldn't watch Hulu. I had some online chat conversations with the people at VPN Access, and they helped me through setting it all up, but still couldn't watch Hulu. So they recommended that I talk to the people at Hulu, which I did, which was probably a mistake. But anyway, when I talked to the people at Hulu, they just said, you cannot watch Hulu from outside the United States. So there may be a way to do it, but I could not figure it out. So anyway, you might want to investigate some options available to you before you leave the United States if you're planning on coming to Costa Rica. Now, on the telephones, I've been here almost 4 months, and I finally did get a second iPhone. The reason I did is because I was switching the SIM cards back and forth between my Costa Rica number and my USA number. I need to keep my USA number mostly because my mom is on that consumer cellular account with me back home in the United States, but also because whenever I try to do any banking online or any business related to federal grants that the nonprofit organization that I work with receives, they always want to verify my identity by sending me a text message to the phone number that they have on record. And that is a USA number. So whenever I do any of that, I was having to switch those SIM cards back and forth, which gets a little bit old. And so I got a second phone. Now, the reason I need a Costa Rica number is because when I'm away from Wi-Fi at home, then if I'm downtown and I need to call an Uber to take me home, or need to log on to WhatsApp for any reason, then I need that Costa Rica number for that. So I'm paying for 2 cellular phone accounts, Consumer Cellular back in the USA, and then a Colby, Kolbi account here in Costa Rica, which is very inexpensive. It's about $26 a month, and every once in a while I have to add a few more minutes to that pay-as-you-go phone account. So if you don't want to do that and you're planning on coming to Costa Rica, you might want to investigate all of that ahead of time. Consumer Cellular does not really have coverage in Costa Rica. That's one thing that I determined after I got here. And so if you don't have Consumer Cellular, then you may not have that issue. You just need to check that all out before you leave the United States, if that's a concern of yours, so that you can make sure you have good cell phone coverage while you're here, so that you can access your contacts back in the USA, as well as new contacts that you will have here in Costa Rica. So let's see, that's phone, electricity, the internet, the Wi-Fi. I think I covered some of that when I talked about the VPN. Now, I have very good, reliable Wi-Fi here where I live, and part of that may be because the utilities are underground. They're buried in the community where I live, and that may not be true. In fact, I know that's not true all over Costa Rica. I had heard that internet could be unreliable, but I have not found that to be the case at all. I have a very reliable, strong Wi-Fi connection, which I really need, and that's costing me, I think it's about $60 to $65 per month. I know that some people get it for less. My internet connection is through Colby, and there may be a company that charges less, but I wanted to make sure that mine was very reliable, and I may be paying a little bit extra for a faster speed. But I know some people get their internet connection for almost half that amount. So again, that's something that you may want to check out before you leave or after you get here, so that you don't have any surprises. So a lot of people in Costa Rica, a lot of the Americans and Canadians, at least living in Costa Rica, have 2 phones, and so it's just something that you get used to. But again, if you don't want to have 2 phones, then you probably want to check out all of your options before you leave the United States. So if you have alternative information or additional information, please put it in the comments section, because we can all be learning more about living in Costa Rica. Pura Vida, adios.